What's up, guys? It's Mike.
It's Dan.
One of our viewers sent us a story. Actually, I forgot who, but thank you. We saw this story, and now it's kind of gaining steam.
Oh, yeah.
And this is really insane. And we know, we're not familiar with the laws of the Middle East. It varies country by country. It's really complex. Yeah. We don't know.
So actually, after we did that article about the woman who got deported, I looked up what they were in the EAU. So laws about women, and one of the things I found, so when I read this, you thought this was crazy, right? This is horrible what happened to this woman, we'll tell you. But after I read those laws, I'm like, oh yeah, no, that's the laws there. Did you know that?
No.
So I'll tell you right. So tell them about what happened.
So the story is there's a woman. She's like 20-something years old, 22. She went partying or something.
She's a Dutch woman.
Right, and she had a drink and realized she's been drugged.
Yeah.
Wakes up in a hotel, realized she's been raped.
Yes.
So then what happens is she goes to the police.
Yeah.
And she gets arrested.
And fined.
And fined for committing adultery.
And deported.
Yeah.
Fined, deported, arrested.
Yeah.
For committing adultery, and basically, this happened in Qatar, right?
Yeah, Qatar.
And the man that she accused, he got 100 lashes for adultery.
Yeah. And
40 lashes for consuming alcohol, but he did not serve any jail time. And he was basically was just like, oh, well, she consented, and there's no way to prove it.
Yeah.
So this is actually so in the EAU, for example, so women's rights are totally, everybody in the world would be like, yeah, this is crazy, because if a woman reports a rape, she's literally already guilty off the bat, because basically they don't recognize rape, in my opinion, because in other words, if a woman reports that a man had sex with me forcefully, they take out the forcefully part. So what happens is she's now guilty of adultery.
If she wasn't married.
Okay, then she's guilty of premarital sex.
Okay.
So she's guilty.
Okay, yeah.
So that's why also a lot of rapes don't get reported, because right?
All right. We hear story a lot of people who are raped are actually shunned by the family. I know that.
Yeah. So think about this for a second. If you're a woman and you get sexually assaulted and you get raped, you basically have zero, in these countries, have zero ways of trying to get justice. Because they don't see that, again, I don't know why they don't see it as rape. Okay, maybe, I'm just guessing here. Maybe it's because they're like, why did you put yourself in that situation? I'm just saying.
Or maybe they don't see women as an equal human being.
Correct. Because there is another thing where if a woman, say if she's widowed, right?
Yeah.
Or let's say she literally is quote unquote kind of owned by another male figure. So if she wanted to get remarried again, she would literally need consent, legal documented consent from her. They don't use the word owner, but somebody that presides over her. That's that's kind of, it's not just oh, can I ask somebody for the hand in marriage? No, it's literally somebody, if you break that, you're violating the law.
Right. So
it's just crazy. So to me, I'm not surprised at this now. This is insane. Most of the world, if you don't know those laws, is surprised by this.
Yeah. Even if you know those laws, it's this is unfathomable.
It is.
This is basically, we did a video last time, I was reading through some of the comments, and people who were living there, they were like, oh no, women get treated really, really well.
Until this happens.
I don't know, because I don't live there.
And what's really well.
But it doesn't sound like that. I guess you get treated really well until you were sexually assaulted and try to find justice for yourself.
Correct.
Then,
correct.
This is what happens. So, I don't feel like that's getting treated really well.
No, I totally agree with you. Because we're on the plane ride, and I was doing that story, so I just had a bunch of free time. I was looking up, somebody was talking about life in the EAU.
Yeah.
UAE. And basically, if you are a woman that's naturally born there and you're an emirate, you're considered blood, you get treated really well. You do. But again, if something like this happens, you have no rights, basically.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think regardless of like how you're treated, whatever. Like, I mean, regardless of however money you have, like regardless of whatever, injustice is injustice. Bottom line. Like that's it. Like doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if you were like you get rewarded with other stuff, but what is being a human being? Human being, like, okay, we live in this world where we are trying to live a life, and if injust, and there's tools, there's establishments, there are instruments in place where the people who are wronged gets justice. I mean, that's like basic 101 humanity from like ancient times, right?
Yeah.
So this is like, so in this case, this is like rape, sexual assault. It's up there. It's up there. I mean, okay, you didn't. I mean, people like some people see it as worse than being killed. You know, like in ancient China, if someone gets raped, like they 9 out of 10 times they kill themselves.
The girl killed
themselves because they're like, my Jinjie is gone, my purity is gone, and like
they've killed themselves for a guy just touching them and they're not married. You know, like some crazy stuff. Yeah.
So like, I mean, this is, and nowadays it's just like it happens all the time, and it's like treated like as no big deal. And I feel like it's just like we don't. It also has a lot to do, I feel like, with the society kind of like making it so common and making it so like whatever. Oh, you know what? Sex is just whatever. Right? This is not a big deal. It happens all the time. How's that a good thing?
Yeah. And not only that, but basically the people that need to be punished don't get punished. I mean, even in the US, we just last week, you know, people don't get the sentence that they need a sentence for committed rape. You know, and women basically don't get the support because this is just some crazy laws.
And it's just like I feel like it promotes this kind of action because what do guys hear? Guys hear like, oh, you know what? That person raped someone. Like, he didn't get a lot of time. He got 6 months. Oh, that person he totally got away with it. You know, I know a lot of people who got away with it. Oh, most girls don't even report it. Oh, in the UAE, like they just like they don't even care.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? I bet you there's people out there who are like calculating this stuff, like going like, you know what? If I do it, chances of me getting caught,
not that bad. And even if I do, I'm only gonna get 6 months.
Yeah, maybe maybe it's worth the risk. Yeah. You know what? We did a story about Indonesia. Bring that on.
Yeah.
Execution or chemical castration. Yeah. Do that. Wow. Like, make it harsh. Do that.
Yep. So, I mean, I'd rather see actual castration, but I mean, there's
still yourself.
Actual like make you do it. I mean, anyways, this is just it is quite unbelievable. It's horrible, and Qatar's set to host the World Cup in 2022, so people are definitely.
You know what I'm happy about?
What's that?
Gas prices going down, so all these countries are coming down to earth.
I feel so because like in a lot of these Middle Eastern countries, like it was just such a display of wealth for a while that it's almost like you ignore some of the issues that were going on.
It's just like, I mean, not to be like, oh hey, you guys' life should be tougher, but like, come on, get on the. Have some common sense about this stuff. I mean, whatever. Well, let us know your thoughts on this. Thanks for watching, guys.
Later.
See ya.